Why non-walking can kill you. So after discussing the benefits of walking to the body and brain, let us now take a look on the flip side. Just as walking has physical and mental perks, not walking has its own set of repercussions in both these areas. The human body has been made to move and stay active. If this does not happen, there are consequences. Recent studies have shown that sitting for long hours continuously deters our physical and mental health. Contemporary office environments and accessibility to computers and TVs at home further aggravate this issue. Even working out might not be that effective in countering the damage caused by non-walking. Page 52. What happens when you sit for too long? The moment a person sits down, their body goes into a passive mode. Muscle activity decreases and metabolism slows down as well. Plus, the rate at which the body burns calories dwindles to 1 calorie in 1 minute. What happens subsequently presents a scary picture but should be enough to motivate people to get moving more often. Page 53. After a day of continuous sitting, the glucose absorption in muscles decreases. A few weeks later, cholesterol and fatty compounds start to accumulate in the body. Muscles weaken and the ability of the body to consume oxygen effectively decreases. After about a decade, such a lifestyle can even reduce life expectancy by as much as 7 years. Physical condition of a non-walker. The body of a non-walker deteriorates slowly due to inactivity. The above-mentioned factors make their body more prone to various diseases and complications. 1. Impaired organs. Heart and pancreas are the most damaged organs of a non-walker. Accumulation of fatty molecules and high cholesterol, due to sitting, can clog the blood vessels and increase the risk of heartache and other cardiovascular diseases. Less absorption of glucose causes the pancreas to produce more insulin, which can lead to diabetes. Page 54-2. Weak muscles. The more muscles are used, the stronger they get. As abdominal muscles are not employed while sitting, they become weak. Tragically, most people can lose any hope of ever getting abs. In addition, hip muscles get tight and less flexible from inactivity. Their movement becomes restricted and they are more likely to bruise. The glute muscles also suffer by becoming weak, which hinders smooth walking and reduces steadiness of the legs. In a nutshell, it is pure chaos all over. 3. Slow digestion. Non-walking slows the digestive process of the body as well. The midsection of the body gets compressed while sitting and inhibits the movement of food through the gut. It leads to bloating, irregular bowel movements, acid reflux, and muscle cramps. 4. Obesity. The body burns 30% fewer calories in a sedentary position. Obese people are usually found to sit 1 or 2 hours more than slimmer individuals. Moreover, statistics show that sedentary time and obesity are directly proportional to each other. Page 55. The number of overweight people increased 2 times when the sedentary time increased by 8%. 5. Weaker bones. If people don't walk or move, their bone mass and density decreases. The chances of osteoporosis also increase. It has been found that women who sit for more than 6 hours each day lose 0.01 part of their bone mass every year. Inactivity makes the joints stiff as well. It sometimes causes swelling and redness. The backbone also becomes rigid as most of the nutrients are not absorbed due to constant compression. 6. Shoddy posture. Most of the people hunch forward when they sit down. If such a posture is maintained constantly during work, it can have detrimental repercussions on the back and neck of the person. The cervical bones become stressed, which leads to pain in the neck, back, and shoulders. Page 56. Does non-walking affect your mental state? Walking has long been associated with clearing one's mind and getting some fresh air. Our brain requires good blood flow, sufficient oxygen and ideal glucose levels to perform effectively. A sedentary state decreases the flow of blood to the brain and makes it fuzzy. The activities that people do while sitting also affect the functioning of their brain. Looking at computer screens, watching TV, mindlessly checking mobile are all harmful to the brain. Not only are the rays emitted by electronic devices harmful, but restricted human contact also agitates brain function. The chemicals that improve our brain function are produced when we move. Therefore, sitting for longer periods of time, while working, will only decrease productivity. Less productivity leads to frustration and anger. It has been found that people who sat for longer periods of time were more likely to suffer from stress and anxiety. Moreover, studies show that women who did not walk were more likely to get depressed than those who regularly worked out. Page 57. Non-walking, a vicious cycle. When a person does not walk, their body gets used to sitting down and being inactive. Their muscles lose strength and their brain becomes complacent. As a result, the person finds it more difficult to get up and do any kind of activity. Even if such a person tries to walk and do some kind of physical work, they are hampered by their physical condition. Due to lower oxygen absorption, they get out of breath very quickly. Their muscles become sore and cramped rapidly. Some people even experience pain in their knees and ankles due to their weight. Sitting all day long soon becomes a habit. This habit affects other affairs in the life of a non-walker as well. Such a person gets comfortable sitting at home and watching TV instead of going out to meet friends and socialize. Doing simple chores becomes a huge task for such people as well. They procrastinate more and get less done. Page 58. Not walking is synonymous with suicide. You might have heard the phrase, "Sitting is the new smoking." This phrase is an understatement of the harm inflicted by sitting on a person's health. It is found that one cigarette reduces life by 11 minutes, whereas an hour of sitting reduces life by 22 minutes. So even if you do not smoke but sit all day long, your chances of death are higher than those of a smoker. The chances of death increase exponentially for people who sit for the better part of the day. Studies have shown that people 45 and older, who sit for more than 10 hours every day, are more likely to die in the next 3 years than others who sit for a total time of less than 4 hours a day. On a general level, the relationship between sitting and early death is direct for all the age groups and genders. Higher sitting time resulted in 6.9% of deaths. The chances of cancer also rise with prolonged sitting durations. As insulin production increases, the cell growth also increases, which can lead to the growth of defected cells as well. Prostate and breast cancer are 30% more likely to occur in people who do not walk or perform any physical activity. Page 59. Sitting renders workouts useless. Thinking that working out for an hour each day offers protection against prolonged sitting is such a huge misconception. In fact, nothing could be farther from the truth. As an example, if an hour of jogging is followed by 10 hours of sitting, then 80% of the benefits of the jog are usually lost. This means that you need to incorporate frequent walks into your daily routine. It is recommended that a person walk for 5 minutes after an hour of sedentary work. This increases the blood flow and metabolism of the body and alleviates some of the harms of sitting. If you are still sitting, stand up and do a few stretches and walk for a few minutes. It will not only release the tension in the muscles but will also make you feel good. Page 60. Page 61.